things to participate. We have good management and so on and so on. But otherwhere, and this is Asia and Southeast Asia, is competing in. And we have to get our chances. Again, as I've said today, Sudan, in my eyes, is a country like Saudi Arabia in the 70s. So there are a lot of potential. And just let me say it to you, it is now the chance to get into investment, to get building bridges economically and culturally. And if things happen like, some news arriving from, not from there, we are talking about Sudan, not knowing about Sudan. I was several times and I haven't met any violence or any tension on the streets. So this is now the right time to go and invest to Sudan. Austria and the Austrian Control Bank do not give guarantees to Sudan, unfortunately, and this is why we have a trade volume in both sides of 31 billion euro only. It is one of the poorest Arab countries in the interaction in the trade volume between Austria and the Arab countries. But there is a big potential to grow here. And I ask everybody to look twice to Sudan, not hearing only the news coming from the mass media, sensational media. I don't want to make a lot of criticism because we do have some people from the media here. So let's open the floor. We have the possibility to raise questions. And please, I would like to ask you just to present your good self from, well, name, maybe organization or company, and give us just a question, not a lecture. Thank you.
Yes, my name is, I can speak this way. My name is Kamila, I'm a student from Munich. I would like to thank you very much for coming, especially Your Excellency Abdel Hamid Hamdi, I hope I pronounced it correctly.
Very good.
We're hearing a lot of chances, a lot of possibilities that we can get together. And as a student, I always ask myself, how can I get to speaking with students from Sudan? And I think we've spoken about a couple of problems. I mean, the media sometimes portrays a picture that's not exactly correct. And I think, as it was with China 20 years ago, it's difficult for a student in my position to have a correct picture of Sudan. So maybe my question is, what can we do so students like me can get together with students from Sudan and speak about what possibilities there are?
May I just give you the floor, Excellency?
Want me to answer?
Yes, please.
Well, we have a very developed student union movement in Sudan. In the universities, we have even in the secondary schools, and we have students union, general unions. So you just, if you want to come to the Sudan, we can extend you an invitation, and I'm sure the embassy will be very helpful here, or in ambassador in Germany is a friend, a close friend of mine, and I will give you my card and you send it to him, and definitely he will get you a visa. So that's very easy. We are a very hospitable country, and we can arrange for you to come and meet all the students you would like. There are hundreds and hundreds of thousands in the universities, at least 500,000 in the universities. So there is a huge body of students, and they are also contributing to the life in the Sudan, political and economic life.
Other questions?
Yes. I would like to ask you to mention that there's a very small trade volume between Austria and Sudan. How big is the trade volume in general with the non-Arabic world, so Europe, US, and Asia?
So may I touch this because of my topic, if I may? Yes. Okay. So actually, 2008. This is a number I would like to present, not the number 2009, because we have a decrease. So let's jump back. It is 4.7 billion euro. The trade volume between Austria and the Arab countries. So in both directions. If you would like to ask the Economic Chamber of Commerce, the Austrian Economic Chamber of Commerce, they would tell you something in one direction, which is Austria to the Arab countries. But we, as a Austro-Arab Chamber of Commerce, we are very much delighted to hear a balanced budget, balanced trade volume between this. And by the way, we are nearly balanced. I think something like 54% is for the from the Arab sides because of the petroleum and gas, and the rest is from the other sides. Just for your information, 2009 was Saudi Arabia, the country with a major trade volume of 600 and something, and followed by Iraq and Algeria, Libya, and other countries as well. So this is about it. I think, let me just outline one thing, and this is also for our guests. We do have in Austria a very good technologies in environment, water treatment, e-government technology, and other steel hundreds and pumps, and so on, and so on, and so on. And this is not known in the Arab countries. Do you know why? No, not because we are not trying to open windows to the Arab countries. We are not trying to sell ourselves in the country. The trade volume of the between Austria and the Arab countries in this direction, Austria to the Arab countries, makes of the overall trade volume in Austria only 2.09% to the Arab countries. And imagine, I indicate today in the morning that only in the Gulf Arab countries there is a potential project volume of 2.4 trillion US dollar. Imagine. And this is, I think, a big chance. Is it okay? Okay. Are there any questions?
That's one more. And since His Excellency Minister Andy was the stock exchange president and is a financial expert,
You
like
know-
pardon?
Did you know that fact?
Pardon?
That I was the head of the stock exchange president.
Yes. You know.
Right.
So my question is, how do you see the financial sector? As you mentioned, it's a very open one, also for the neighboring countries and international. How do you see it in the future? Is there a vision to become like Bahrain, a center for the whole region, or is it also more Arabic financial center? What's your expectation in the future for financial industry?
Thank you. Before that, I would like to add one more statistic. Our total trade with the world is on average for the last 10 years, $10 billion. So we can do some increase in trade within that umbrella. I established the stock exchange in Sudan in 1994. It was thrown into me. I didn't, because I was in London managing one of the Arab banks, and they thought I know something about the stock exchange. Very, very poor people. So, and it is a small but active stock exchange. It has a very strange attribute. This is the only stock exchange in the world which is run on a Sharia basis. On a Sharia basis, it means that it is fully covered against speculation, because in Sharia we don't speculate. We have to trade on a real-time basis, and we have to trade genuine services and goods. This is our Islamic economy, because the whole economy in Sudan is Islamized. So this detracts from the movements, the strong gyratic movements of the stock exchange, but actually it has meant that we grow very steadily. As such, it is an open stock exchange. You can come and register any stock. Actually, it is the whole thing was open, but now some of the foreign stock brokers, mainly from the Arab world, are coming to register, and some of the Sudanese stocks, mainly in telecom, are traded in UAE, and you are welcoming any stocks if they abide by our rules, which are Sharia rules. So actually, a lot of, for example, your biggest company here is Trabak, which has some activity in Sudan in the 70s, can come and register their share. I understand this morning that the share is falling. We don't have any falling shares in our stock exchange because we are always going up slowly but surely, as the British say. So it is a very unique stock exchange, and well, we are content to have. There is good also output of government paper, which is based on, we have just issued government stocks for our biggest refinery in the country, and it is being taken over by, and investments which is running this are taken by the Arab world. 70% are paid for by Arab investors, which is something really which shows you that there is a strong confidence in the Sudanese economy. These are Arab countries which know the Sudan. So it is a very different picture from what you hear in the media. I have been a media myself. I have been running the paper of my party for daily paper for 5 years. So I know how the media can really concoct the news and turn it into upside down on its head. If they don't like you, they can really fry you. So please, when you hear the media about Sudan, discount it by 99%.
Thank you. Any other questions? Please.
I also have one more question for Your Excellency. You mentioned that you're now making securities out of the oil refineries and using it to back up the sovereign state. What else do you do with the profits that come out of the oil money? Are you investing it internally for infrastructure, or are you setting up a fund for the future of the state, or what do you do with this?
I told you some of the figures, but we are investing it internally in infrastructure, in increase in health and education. Up to 1990, we had 5 universities. I told you now we have 30 universities. We have over 6 million students in the general education system. So the country is growing in terms of services, health and education, and we are attracting students and patients from all over the African countries. We have an international African university, of which I am a member of the financial committee, and this has a number of students over nearly 10,000 from 65 nationalities, not only in Africa, but even from Russia, from Latvia, from Bosnia, from all over the world. So we have an international university, which I liken to the Lumumba University in Russia, if you remember that university. But here we give real education, not political education.
Please.
In a nutshell, what branches of companies would you recommend first to invest now in Sudan? Like, I'm a company, an Austrian company, with which specialization should they go into Sudan? First, 5 top list of 5 branches.
5 top list?
If it's possible.
If possible. I would rank animal wealth first, because there is a huge demand in the Arab world. And also, as I said, cereals, crops, oil-bearing seeds. We have a lot of oil production, edible oils, that is not petroleum. We cannot export petroleum to. There are also Sudanese specialities, which the Arab and the African countries need, is agriculture. So we can export sugar,